Welcome to your movement library. Today we are talking about some bridge variations. If you're unsure on your bridge, make sure to check out the bridge video before looking at this variations video. So we are in your bridge, and as chatted about in the previous video, we have set up that bridge well by thinking about the footprint pressing into the ground. So today I want to speak about activating into the hamstrings a little bit more, this top bit of the back of the leg, okay? So in order to do that, my feet are going to be a little bit further away from me, and they're also going to be a little bit closer together. So I'm going to work a little bit narrower and a little bit longer with the leg. Now, a few things that you can expect from this bridge is, number one, you're probably not going to get as high. And number two, it is going to feel like you want to pop those ribs a lot more, okay? Because the pelvis will struggle with height. Don't do any of those things. Keep the technique exactly the same. So my feet are nice and far away. I'm thinking about my full footprint, okay? We still start by just pressing those feet down, and you'll immediately feel a little bit more of a spread out activity in the back of the legs. I'm then going to inhale. As I exhale, I'm closing the ribs, pushing into the feet, and that pelvis is coming up. And immediately, because the legs are a little bit longer, their sensation is different to my original bridge, okay? It's a lot more in my hamstrings. I want to focus on my feet, keep them down. I want to draw my belly in and close my ribs. And now I'm going to take a second and I'm going to imagine that I'm dragging my feet towards me. They're not actually going to move, but I've cued myself to drag my heels in towards me and push my hips up at the same time. And I can feel those hamstrings. And I'm going to hold that there for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then I'm going to release that down. Very important is, as you cue that sensation of dragging the heels in, you don't allow any shift in the spine. So I'm going to reset that. I'm pushing into the feet and I'm lifting the hips. And as I start to think about dragging my heels towards me, the natural reaction is going to be to drop those hips like that. And then, although you might still feel a bit of connection at the bottom hamstring, you will have lost the top of the hamstring. So ensuring that from this bridge position, full footprint, tight abdominal section, okay? I'm really holding this. I'm then dragging my heels towards me to feel that full contraction in the glutes. I'm still thinking about my powerhouse here being nice and connected, and I've got 4, 3, 2, and 1, relaxing into those legs. That is your hamstring bridge variation. Welcome to your movement library. This is another bridge variation called an open leg bridge. If you are unsure on how to do your bridges, ensure you go to our bridge original video first to understand the mechanics of your bridge. This bridge, the open foot bridge, is going to really help you if you have tight hip flexors and quads, and if you're struggling to find hip extension at the top of your movement. So we're going to start lying down, and just like the title says, we're going to work wider than usual. So we are purposefully going to place our feet wider than our hips, about as wide as our shoulders, maybe even a little bit wider. And at this point, I'll say that it's totally fine if you want to turn the feet out ever so slightly, okay? You never want the feet to be at mismatch with the knees. But if you feel like just a little bit of splay is good for you, then that's fine. Remember, the purpose of this bridge is to get the hips up and into extension. Hip extension is easier with a bit of rotation and a bit of space. That's why bringing the feet in makes it a lot harder. Now, because we're working extension specifically, expect your hips to get a bit higher, okay? So same rules apply. We're going to think about the footprint of the feet pushing down. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale, push down into my feet and allow my hips to come up. And they're going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And you'll feel you've got so much more range. A few things to hold on to here. Make sure the ribs stay soft and make sure you are thinking about the tuck of that tailbone. You really want to imagine your pubic bone leading up and over your head, okay? Getting maximum length and stretch into that lower back. I'm pressing into those feet. I'm still getting quite a good connection in the back of my legs, but I feel a bit freer with my hips, okay? And the great thing here is to just hold it at the top and explore that sensation for 4, for 3. The other great thing with your wider legs is that it's a great place to practice that articulating feel, that slowly down with the spine, holding on to that activation and then totally releasing at the bottom. Okay, the wider the feet, the easier the articulation. We're going to go again. We're going to come back to our neutral spine, close the ribs. Pressure down into the feet. Exhale, close the ribs. Allow those hips to come up towards the sky. I'm focused on that tailbone tucking underneath me. Pubic bone is coming up and over my head. My feet are pressed down nice and hard. Continuous pressure through those feet. Ribs are closed. We are here for 4, for 3, for 2, and then slowly coming back down, relaxing completely at the bottom. So that is your wider bridge, which is really good for helping you find hip extension at the top and working that articulation.